Hey guys, welcome back to Halftime. Now today we're telling an incredible story that is really changing Canadian soccer. Vaughan Soccer Club had the chance to actually train and form 4 of the first round MLS draft picks of 2020. It's an incredible story that we're going to be sharing with you guys with their technical director and their director of high performance. Sergio, talk to me about one of the biggest soccer stories of the year. I mean, 4 of your players this year in the first round draft. What was that moment like for you?
I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, if you look over the past course of 2 seasons, we've had 6 that have been drafted in the first round overall in the MLS, and I mean, it's a historic moment for the club, for the province. I think even for the country of Canada to have that many players being drafted into the next level.
And you directly, what was the influence that you had on these 4 men that are now going into the...
I did everything. No, I'm just kidding. I wish. I mean, one of the biggest parts was finding the good home. So why they decided to go play collegiate soccer was really important. Where there's a fit for me and you, and each one of them is a bit different. So we were able to find a really good home for all the 4 boys. And a good home was somewhere where the coaches worked with them to develop, believed in them, and allowed them to continue to grow.
And with all these kids in Vaughan Soccer Club that you have now, what do you tell them? They see these 4 players, they know they were in this house, they were in the field. What do you tell them that they need to do in order to be the next first round picks?
Well, we tell them that, you know, that they have to continue to work hard, and they have to dream, and they have to, and in order to get to where you want to get to, it's more than just, you know, showing up to training. It's making sure you maintain a good, healthy lifestyle. You know, you have to stay disciplined, and you know, and those players, they made a lot of sacrifices, and I think that's the message we want to get across to our young athletes, is that if you really want something, you have to sacrifice for it, and you have to persevere and overcome a lot of obstacles in order to, and sometimes you may not even get there, right? So it's a lot of hard work.
Especially with even the World Cup coming up. I mean, they can dream of playing in 2022, 2026. Is that something that you hear a lot in the locker rooms? Like, are kids finally thinking, I can do this?
I would say, unfortunately, as of 18 months ago, no. When good things aren't happening to you, you start to build an idea that the world's against you. Oh, Canada Soccer will not notice me because of this or because of that. And we had a breakthrough last year. We had 2 boys drafted, Kamal Miller and Dane St. Clair. And that allowed these 4 boys to believe I can also go in. I think, you know, because of the culture that we have, and there's a closeness from the previous groups and the previous groups, they could see that it's like being your older brother. If he succeeds, you think you have more of a belief. Kamal has had a breakthrough and has started 75% of the Canada national team games. And now that's happened, they start to believe that, hey, if I'm good enough, fair is fair, I'll make it. So I would say 18 months ago, they would believe the world was against them and it wasn't gonna happen. And frankly, maybe I did too. But now seeing what's happening with Kamal, the 5 of them on the sidelines are thinking, you know what, a couple of good performances, I could be there. And of course.
You know, we've heard so much about the men's side and the success that they had this year, but can you talk to us a little bit about the women's side?
Well, interestingly enough, we're starting to develop on the women's side. I know historically we haven't been known for our dominance on the women's side, but I think over the course of the last 5 years, we started to really put an investment and time and energy into developing young female athletes, and it showed with our class of 2019 when we had 27 female athletes who have gone either scholarships in the U.S. universities or Canadian universities, and as well, we just recently had two players who have just been called up to the Canadian women's national team that have been, and 2 players that have probably been with us since the age of 12. So
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, it's always good to hear so many female success stories in Canada.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you go to tln.ca/soccer to get the full Serie A schedule. And enjoy the rest of the match.